Wave Race 64 was released on September 27th, 1996, and was just the third game to be released for the new Nintendo 64 console here in the United States. Can you imagine a brand new console releasing nowadays with only 2 or 3 games at its launch day? Anyways, Wave Race 64 was a sequel to the 1992 Game Boy game Wave Race. Both games were produced by the legendary Shigeru Miyamoto. If you've been living under a rock for the last 30 years, this is the same guy who produced Mario and Zelda. Upon initial release, Wave Race 64 sold extremely well and quickly became a member of the Nintendo Player Choice series, essentially meaning the game sold over 1 million copies. Globally, Wave Race 64 would go on to sell almost 3 million copies and was a massive success. The game was praised upon release for its controls, gameplay, and astonishing water physics that still to this day games try to emulate. Due to its huge success, there would be another game in the series that would be released on the Nintendo GameCube in September of 2001. While it was sold and received well, it didn't quite capture the same essence of Wave Race 64, and that would be the last game in the series as of 2025. But while many people were in love with Wave Race 64, it was a game for me that personally I hated. I loathed this game and hated every minute we played it when I was a kid. There's a couple of reasons for that, and I will circle back to them shortly. But almost 30 years later, how does this game hold up? Are my feelings of hatred still valid? Let's find out. Starting off with the graphics, the game greets you with an intro of the jet skis driving around the course, and you have these dolphins swimming around you. The little tiki houses on the docks look great. It's a great intro and really helps show off the graphics. The water looks amazing, and it's quite fun to look at. It's an exciting intro and does a great job of advertising the game and things that are yet to come. The riders look great, as do the jet skis, and all of the levels look amazing. Sunset Bay is a level where the sun is going down and the environment and the atmosphere have this nice dusk orange color palette where the sun is setting, and it's just an amazing level. Drake Lake is a race that starts on a foggy lake with ducks, and as you continue to progress through the race, the fog on this level lifts and the level opens up. It's truly impressive what the developers were able to do here with the technology. Marine Fortress looks great as a rough, kind of stormy looking level where the waters are choppy and rough. Twilight City has you racing through the water at nighttime, which is a great course and helps mix up the environments. There are a lot of N64 games that don't age well when it comes to the graphics, and well, Wave Race 64 looks amazing for its time, but it still holds up. It's a great game to look at and has aged very well. Listening here to the audio is where the game still stands out as well. Every track has its own music and the songs are easy to listen to and catchy. The sounds of the jet ski engines are well done, and you have to love the announcer who screams maximum power, as well as bonsai, as well as some other one-liners here and there. The music and audio here is simply timeless. Overall, the audio package here is just excellent. But jumping into the important categories here, that is the controls and the gameplay. How does this game play almost 30 years later? The controls are relatively simple. You use the Z button or the A button to drive the jet ski forward, and you use the analog stick for control. The B button acts as a way to help stabilize the jet ski when you hit the water and can help you with controlling your rider. I found that my best strategy was to hold the B button no matter what I was doing, and I found great success like this. The game gives you 4 riders to select from, with every rider having slightly different stats. This isn't as important as it seems, as the game gives you the option to modify the stats the way you want, which I found very helpful during some of my runs. This modification is all about trial and error and adjusting the stats to your liking. You start the game with 4 game modes. Championship, which has 3 levels of difficulty. Normal is open by default. Hard, which to unlock hard you must beat normal. Expert, which to unlock expert you must beat hard mode. And finally the mirrored courses, which to unlock you have to beat expert mode. Good luck in beating expert mode, because good night, that comes with a huge difficulty spike. The next mode you have is time trials, where you race the courses and try to achieve the best total time as well as the lap time. And finally stunt mode, where you race around the courses with a very limited amount of time as you try to achieve the highest score by doing stunts such as barrel rolls and backflips. I'm not ashamed to admit that during the whole 10 hours of gameplay for this review, I wasn't able to beat expert, but I did finish normal and hard mode. In order to beat expert mode, you will have to have perfect runs, and ultimately I found Drake Lake on expert and Marine Fortress to be courses that would just wreck me every time. Playing the championship mode is where you mainly will spend your time, but I had a very enjoyable experience with the stunt mode once I learned the controls and how to do the tricks. It's a pretty quick mode, but I found some decent enjoyment out of it. Time trials mode is one that significantly surprised me. Normally I do not play time attacks or time trials, but I found this mode to be crucial to help me beat the games on the harder difficulty. This mode offered me practice runs, which really helped me learn the courses. Also, I quickly became addicted to entering my initials and having the records for the best lap time and best overall run. It was pretty rewarding to see that, and I was very surprised at how much enjoyment I got out of that mode. I really loved and was really trying hard to make my initials DAD show up on every track record. It was something that I had a ton of fun with and really wasn't expecting to get this much enjoyment out of it. Finally, you have multiplayer. Here is where my disdain for this game comes from. When I was a kid, I would play this game at friends' houses, and I was never any good at it. I never had the time to learn the game physics or learn the courses, and ultimately I would always end up losing, and I didn't like that. The other reason I hated this game as a kid was I didn't have an N64 of my own. So every time I would play this at his friend's house, I always got stuck using the ghetto controller. And while yes, I did suck at this game, using the ghetto controller that no one wanted, I just had a terrible time with this game. Now playing multiplayer here with my kids, we had a decent time, but there's a missed opportunity here because this game is only 2 players. Despite there being 4 controller ports, Wave Race 64 only supports 2 players. This doesn't ruin the game, but it's a missed opportunity. I will admit that honestly, I had a blast playing Wave Race 64 for this review, setting all the track records, beating the few championship modes that I did. I was really blown away by how much fun I was having with this game. I truly was wrong for 30 years about how great this game is. It would have been fun to see a little more content be available, maybe a few more courses or a new driver to unlock, but ultimately, what is here is a fantastic game that is well worth all the praise it received when it was released and the high praise it still receives today. The biggest issue I have with this game is the difficulty spike on expert mode. There were so many races where I was leading the way, but ultimately the CPU would wipe me out or I would barely miss a turn that would end up ruining my run. That was some real frustration, but by the end of my gameplay, I was pleasantly surprised by how much I did enjoy this game. I was wrong for 30 years. Wave Race 64 isn't a perfect game, but it does enough right and it stands the test of time as it's still a very accessible and easy game to pick up and play. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Wave Race 64 down below. Did you hate it like I did? Or was it something you viewed as a masterpiece? If you liked the video, please click the like button and please consider subscribing as I have much more retro gaming content coming to the channel. As always, be good, take care, and we will see you all next time.